When most people think of Homer Simpson, they think of the mistakes, the ridiculous decisions, and the moments where he probably should not have been trusted with anything. But here's the thing, if Homer was just a lazy, clueless dad, the Simpsons would never have lasted this long, because underneath all the chaos, there has always been one thing that makes Homer different. He cares, and when it really matters, he will do almost anything for his family. Today, we're opening the case file on the man behind one of television's most famous catchphrases, Homer Simpson. Hello and welcome back to Retro Dive, where we revisit classic cartoons, nostalgic characters, and the stories that made them unforgettable. Today, we're looking past the jokes, the donuts, and the don't. To understand why Homer Simpson became one of the most iconic characters in animation history. For many viewers, Homer Simpson is easy to understand. He's the guy who falls asleep at work, the dad who makes terrible decisions, the person who can turn a normal situation into complete chaos, and to be fair, Homer has earned that reputation. He has made countless mistakes throughout The Simpsons. But the interesting thing about Homer is that the joke was never that he didn't care. The joke was that he cared, but he was incredibly flawed. And that difference is what made him interesting. One of the biggest examples of Homer's character comes from an episode that changed how many fans viewed him, and Maggie Makes 3. The episode shows Homer leaving his job at the bowling alley to return to the nuclear power plant so he can support his family. But the reason this moment matters isn't just the decision itself, it's the way Homer chooses to remember it. When Lisa and Bart ask why there were no pictures of Maggie on the family wall, they discover that Homer removed them because he had to return to a job he hated. But instead of focusing on what he lost, the family finds a message hidden underneath. I keep this picture of Maggie here because she reminds me why I do this. It turns a character usually known for selfish choices into someone making a genuine sacrifice. And Homer's relationship with Lisa is one of the most interesting in the entire series. They are completely different. Lisa is intelligent, thoughtful, often frustrated by the world around her. Homer is, well, Homer. But despite those differences, there are moments where Homer understands Lisa better than most people expect. In episodes like Lisa's Substitute, we see how much Lisa values someone who believes in her. And throughout the series, Homer repeatedly shows that even when he doesn't understand Lisa's interests, he wants her to be happy. He doesn't always say the right thing, but the effort is there. Now this doesn't mean Homer is secretly the perfect father, because he isn't. And pretending he is would miss the entire point of the character. Homer can be selfish, he can be irresponsible, his relationship with Bart is often chaotic, but what makes Homer different from many cartoon parents is that the show allows him to fail, and then try again. In Bart the Daredevil, Homer's fear when Bart is in danger shows a side of him that gets hidden behind the comedy. For all their arguments, Homer's love for his children is never really in question. Some of Homer's best moments aren't when he's being funny, they're when the show slows down. In Mother Simpson, we see Homer dealing with his complicated relationship with his mother and the emotions that come with losing time with someone he loves. In Homer's Enemy, we see another side of him, how someone who is loved by his family and friends can still be frustrating to others. Those episodes work because Homer isn't written as a hero, he's written as a person, someone who can be kind one moment and completely ridiculous the next. There have been thousands of cartoon characters, but very few have stayed recognizable for over 3 decades. Homer survived because audiences saw something familiar in him. Everyone makes mistakes, everyone struggles, everyone wishes they handled certain situations better. Homer represents that in the most exaggerated way possible. He's not successful because he's perfect, he's memorable because he's imperfect. As kids, many of us laughed at Homer. As adults, many of us understand him a little more. Because behind every ridiculous decision, every failed plan, and every don't was someone who genuinely loved his family. Homer Simpson was never the perfect dad, but maybe that's why he became such an important one. So using the Retro Dive case file index, we have intelligence 5, power 6, durability 9, strategy 4, emotional stability 8, danger factor 3. Giving us a final score of 5.8 out of 10. Not Springfield's greatest genius, but definitely one of its biggest hearts. Homer Simpson became an icon because he wasn't perfect. He was funny, he was frustrating, he was flawed, but most importantly, he cared. If you enjoyed this Retro Dive case file, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which cartoon character should we investigate next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next dive.